Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Cece Schatz, and you're listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. And today we're going to be doing the Motivational Power Show, and I'm really excited about it. We have a gentleman that's going to be joining us, I'm hoping from India, and it's going to be his very first show, but I think we might be having some technical problems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait here a little bit, and hopefully he'll be able to join us. But we are live here on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube. So we're really excited about this. And those of you that don't know us, we are WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We are the #1 internet singles talk network. We do all kinds of shows that embrace singles, helping them move forward to living their best life. And that's what it's all about. So we're pretty excited. I am Cece Schatz. I am the doyenne of relationship building. And I'm just really super proud to be the owner of this particular station, this internet station. And I want to share with you a little bit about my background, how we got started on doing radio. What happened is a very good friend of mine, a high school friend, Connie Rose, she had a show called, what was it called? It was a survivor show, and it was just an absolutely beautiful victims to survivors is what it was. And she asked me to come on the show and talk a little bit about, what we were experiencing in our divorce support group, domestic violence, which of course is terrible. And we talked a little bit about that. And when I came out of the show, the producers and the owners of the station there offered me a show. And that's how it all started. So I can thank the Rummels for that. And I do appreciate all that they've done for me. That was on Life Improvement Radio. I was with them for quite some time, learned the ropes of what to do and what not to do. And I still do the things I'm not supposed to, but we just carry on, right? And so then we moved forward. My career moved forward into Talk Pod Studios. I did a stint with them and got embraced with the video aspect of it. I was on Rhino on Air for a while. And then a good friend of mine, Chuck Bryant, my divorce support group, says, gosh, we'd love to be able to hear shows in the middle of the night and, some inspirational things when we're down and out. And so Chuck Bryant, lovely man, he helped me establish the Going Solo Network as you see it today, WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. I think Solomon is coming on board here with us, so I'm going to bring him on. And I'm just super excited about having him on today. Here we go. This is his show. He's going to be taking it over. Hey, hello, how are you?
Hi, Ceci. How are you? I'm great. Thank you.
Let me see here. I'm not quite hearing you. I'm going to turn my volume up.
Okay. Can you hear me?
A little bit louder.
Okay. I can hear you.
Can you hear me? You might need to do your volume a little bit louder.
Yeah.
There
Am I
you
good
go.
now?
Yep, you're
Yeah.
good now. Well, you're across the pond there, right? So it's across the desert. So with the airwaves, we got to get them a little better. But welcome on board here. This is your very first show. I'm excited about it, and it's motivational power. You are an international motivational speaker all the way from Bangalore, India. How do you pronounce your last name? Velaparty? Am I saying it right?
Bulamparthi.
Yes, well, you do it very well. Thank you for that. I call you Solomon. So talk to us a little bit about motivation and what got you on this journey of doing, being an international motivational speaker, and then now, doing this wonderful show here that you're going to be doing with us.
Okay. So, hi everybody. Good morning and good evening to my friends in India and good morning to people in the US. And my name is Salman Bulampatti. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an author of a book, Leadership Growth, Success and Leadership book by the title Stand Out with Your Heart. you know and before I actually talk about myself and what I do, the motivation and why it is so important for all of us, I really wanted to thank Ceci, my good friend, who has given me this opportunity and this platform to speak to you. And this motivational power, what a beautiful, she coined the show. I cannot believe this. She must be a great copywriter. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much, Sasa. This is really fantastic. I cannot believe. And and giving to me this opportunity, this to run the show, it's a kind of a blessing for me. Not everybody will do it. Those people who do this is certainly a leader, certainly those a very potential leadership they have deep in their heart, deep in their minds. And that is exactly what Sese has now shown it to the world. Because I'm not a big guy, I'm just a speaker, motivational speaker, yes. Yeah, but she brought me to the platform and said, Solomon, this show you can do it, and that's a great confidence for me. I really thanks Sese for this wonderful opportunity. So coming to the point, why this motivational power has such a beautifully and terrifically coined it, motivational power. Why is it so important for us, my friends? I cannot tell you how motivation is so essential for all of us, and especially in this motivational show, in this motivational power. Sese has given me the agenda to bring on guests, various professionals, who have dedicated their lives, like how Sese is dedicated to bring on to professionals onto the show, and to peek into their lives, and as well as take that that nuggets of gold wisdom from them, and then share it to all of us, so that we can really, each of us, from I have been witnessing her shows, and we see a lot of professionals, some of the greatest professionals, which are coming on the show and sharing their wisdom, years and years of toil and experience they gained over the years, and that is what is being shown on this platform. And Sese asked me, why don't you, Solomon, bring on some guests from, because I'm a John Maxwell team speaker, and I'm also, internationally, this is an international organization. I can really bring, and today especially, uh, we have a guest, but is an international hotshot motivational speaker. But today, incidentally, he has a training session in Florida, so he kind of tied up, so he couldn't drop in. Otherwise, today it could have been a historical moment, an historical show. I was thinking, what a great coincidence this is. Daniel Gomez, when he said he's an international motivational speaker, I was so excited, and I wanted to share it with Say, look, Say, we have one of the best speakers, we on the show today as a kickoff this show, as we are kicking off this motivational power. Okay. But unfortunately, Daniel is a bit tied up, and he would be there, in a couple of weeks from now, and according to his convenience. But anyway, this is a great opportunity for us, and I wanted to tell you why motivation is important. Why that in this show called Motivational Power. See, all of us, all of us, there is that thing called, life, right? So we all deal with life. Life shows up, at unexpected times. Issues show up, things show up. You know what? There is a tendency for all of us that we might put that day's agenda on the back burner. Am I correct? Do I make any sense? So each day is a challenge by itself, to make the best of the day. So when things show up, when life shows up, and surprises, catches on the uh, on the blind spot. So there is a tendency to put it aside, put our agenda, our day's agenda, meaning the particular day what you wanted to achieve in order to pursue a goal. The particular day's agenda will go off. If you're late for a meeting, then you will say, okay, my day is done, and I can't do anything. It's a bad day. We will call it off and call off things, and then that's it. So that's the reason why motivation is so important in today's life, as things are becoming complicated. Things do not really measure up at times. So you always uh, you always, the very thing is that each day when we wake up, when we wanted to get on with the day and we wanted to fulfill those things we wanted to achieve, in the back of the mind is such a crazy thing. It will look for an excuse. For example, I say, if you are going to a gym, you would always look at, the moment you wake up, you look through the window and there are clouds there, and there will be a big, downpour is on the, maybe some big rain to downpour is, overcast over there, and you will say, oh look, there is rain over there, so I cannot go. And again, you have a, wanted to go and meet a person, of course, many people you wanted to go, and again you find an excuse that, okay, see, look, the days, there's it might rain and it might be difficult for me, so let us put it off to another day. So mutually you will agree to reschedule it to another day. So when life shows up, when things show up unexpectedly, our mind is, actually waiting for that moment for all of us. So that is the reason why, you know our dreams are put off, our, we fall behind our schedule, and we fall, we could not able to see, we could not able to achieve things in the stipulated time what we have, desired. So my dear friends, so that is it, that is what, but when you wake up and say, no matter what, no matter what, no matter how things are, I will do it, I will do this. I got to meet a friend. I got to meet a person. I am meeting him anyhow. Anyhow. If it were to be late, delayed for an hour, fine. We will again get to it. We will again do it. And you continuously press on, press on, press on, and you will do it. Imagine if you do it, that one opportunity, which that person was actually waiting for you to come and give it to you. If you delayed that day, perhaps that opportunity he would have to uh, give it to someone else. The next day, the following day, if you go there and meet the person might say, look, that client was, really making me, rushing me through, so I had to give it away to somebody. I'm really sorry about that. I somehow thought of reaching you, and I couldn't reach you. So look, what an opportunity, you could have lost. So that is again, that is why you always have to, motivate yourself. For that, each day, sometimes, hello, yeah. So yeah, thank you, sorry about that. uh, Sorry. So that is the reason why motivation is so important for our lives. You got to self motivate yourself. You got to self motivate yourself. How you can self motivate yourself is that, then when you should always have to have some phrases, some catchphrases with you. No matter how it is going to be tomorrow, I'm going to go for those opportunities. So the opportunities, why people say that there are no opportunities coming through, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm stuck here. You know why we get stuck in place? Because you are looking for a, direct opportunity to come to you and fall into your lap. It doesn't happen like that. I will give you an example. See, the last day there was a friend of mine who came from Delhi, and he was in Bangalore, and he said, hey Solomon, can we meet? Actually, the place where he is staying is quite far off, and Bangalore is, infamous or famous for traffic, deadly traffic, and he was telling me, to meet at certain time, and that time is, you will see terrific traffic. The roads can be blocked, and I'm staying in another part of the city. I said, this person came all the way from Delhi, and out of the blue, we were not in touch, we were not talking to each other, but suddenly he said, hey Solomon, why don't we meet up? And I just felt that, how come this person can, called me out of the blue and said, let's meet up. So I felt that there is something in there. What happened is, then I just say, yes, I said, yes, we can meet up. Then the following day, I went ahead, and he came there, and then we sat and we were talking. I asked him, because it was about 1.5 year I met him. I did not meet him. And then I last, then I said, what's happening in your life? And he shared so many exciting things from which I learned a lot. I learned a lot. So Then I said, then he asked me what I am doing, and I said, see, look, I have started an academy, leadership academy, and I have designed some courses for professionals, entrepreneurs, and graduates and postgraduates. And these courses, how do I market them? His name is Abhinay Gupta. I said, how do I market these courses? Then he said, look, you can do some tips he has given. And then I said, Abhinay, why don't we do a Facebook Live? And because when this gentleman, he's a chartered accountant, and he left his profession because he wanted to do something. He loves life, and he doesn't want to sit at a desk and do the maths and stuff like that. So he wanted to do something with his life, and he wanted to be happy, and he has some vision about his life, to mingle with people and to go around with people and to understand things and to help each other, one another. And then that's how he wanted to grow himself. So I wanted to make the our my Facebook audience, my friends, to listen to him, so that everybody can benefit. We never know, that particular talk, that particular sharing can be useful for anybody. So then I started talking, hey Abhinay, tell our friends why you have left that chartered accountancy which you have studied for 5 years. And he said so many beautiful things. You can check it up on my Facebook profile, where is a FB live. And incidentally what happened is Sese has seen that FB live, and she just, the following day, when I checked my when I saw him in the messenger saying, Sese saying, hey Salman, you have done a great job in the live, why don't you take come up on this on our show, and do some interviews of people. See, this opportunity, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that message on my messenger. Look, my friends, that is exactly what I'm talking about. So you need to motivate ourselves, we need to self motivate ourselves. You know what, I just, if at all I have to give you a phrase, if at all I have to give you a phrase, there is no tomorrow for our dreams. If any dream has no tomorrow, it is only today. Today, what are we going to do? There is no tomorrow for the dream. You can put away anything, but not your dream, because the dream has a name, your name on it. The dream has called you. The particular dream has called you to take it up, take the mantle. So I wanted you to remember that, my friends. Our mind is a crazy thing. It often, it looks for an excuse. Every time it looks for an excuse. It looks exactly for an excuse. It doesn't look for because it doesn't want to stress himself. It doesn't want to strain himself. It doesn't want to put itself into because if that is the case, and then you have to drive, and it has to think, and you know so many things. If you want to go to a place and meet a person, what you have to do, you have to go and drive through the traffic, and it shows you, look, that there is too much traffic out there. What do you do? Would you if you are held up, what do you do? And so many things it will tell you, so that end of the day, it fights with you. It fights with you, why you should not do it. If you are late by 5 minutes, look, you are late by 5 minutes, and the traffic hits you, and you will be late by an hour, and then it cannot be done. So my dear friends, in order to there is a constant fight between the dream and your mind. Because since we always feel that there is a tomorrow, but I tell you, my dream has no tomorrow. That could be the slogan you got to take. Is that phrase good? There is no tomorrow for my dream. There is no tomorrow for my dream. There is no tomorrow for my dream, and it is today. I need to work on it today, every day. So that is exactly what you can do. There is no tomorrow. In the gym, when I go, and these people, they will be working, in the gym, young boys, and many people work there. Then I just, when the trainer comes to me and tells me, Solomon, let's start. Then I'll just say, there is no tomorrow. We all say that there is tomorrow. Tomorrow. We'll do tomorrow. We'll do tomorrow. I'll say, there is no tomorrow. Even today also, my good friend Daniel, is an international speaker. I said, today is the first day. So, but Cesar said, let's let the show should go on, Solomon. We got to come on come on the studio, and we got to do it. We got to get it started. I felt really, that is something unique. That's something, you know, wonderful. I said, why not? I don't have, because I have prepared certain questions for Daniel to, I wanted to ask Daniel to answer. And then, uh, uh, yeah, yeah, I Daniel to answer. That's all. And then said, let's start. So you give some motivation to our people. So, my dear friends, I'm telling you, don't count on your life. We may be healthy, we may be having good health, and we can say that I might live about for another 20 years or 30 years. I have a pink of health, so I can put off tomorrow. Tomorrow does not is it's not a big thing. You can just postpone tomorrow, or you can just postpone this week. It doesn't hurt. You may be thinking, but things might be different tomorrow. Tomorrow, that opportunity, that person whom you wanted to meet, or you wanted to call and you delayed the call, that person is actually holding a treasure in his hand, in her hand. There is some gift for you. You wanted to deliver. The minute you take the phone and call him or her, the gift will be delivered to you. And that gift will be, you will be, there is a chance that we might lose or forfeit that gift. So today, in this, the kickoff, as we are kicking off this motivational power, this show, and I wanted to give you that phrase that, my gift is waiting, and my dream is waiting, and my dream has no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow for my dream. So that is what you got to take it, and look at those opportunities, look at those gifts, number of gifts. If you haven't called a friend, in so many months, pick up the phone and call him. Hey, how are you doing? I just thought of calling you. You are constantly, believe in the instincts. Believe in the instincts. See, when how I met Sise is that I saw her. She's doing so many things, and then I got into the messenger and say, "Hey, Sise, I really see you doing great stuff, great things you are doing. I really see, this is a wonderful thing. Would I come on a platform?" Even Daniel today, what happened is he saw me, putting up a post in the Facebook saying that, I'm interested in interviewing the guests. Let us. I have been offered as a show by my friend, best friend. So I'm really looking forward. I'm really looking forward to interview some guests. And Daniel immediately messaged me on the messenger saying, Solomon, I would like to come on the show. Please, have me the honor to be interviewed by you on the show. I really got, because he's such a big person. He's such a big person, and yeah, he wanted to come on this one. So he immediately said, and I couldn't believe my eyes, because he's a very, very, internationally renowned speaker, motivational speaker. Had he been on the show, he could have shared some golden nuggets of wisdom. Why, you know, we should take up, training. He's a John Maxwell team speaker. He conducts trainings he conducts leadership trainings. He conducts sales mastery trainings. He conducts coaching, confidence building coaching. Again, he could have shared beautiful things, but anyhow, he would be coming in the weeks to come and to share with us, his experience and his wisdom, over these years. So, my dear friends, so that is exactly what I'm saying to you. So motivate yourself, self motivate yourself, talk louder, say loud. There's no tomorrow. Today, my dream has no tomorrow. My dream has no tomorrow. My gift is waiting. Amazing, right? So, my dear friends, that is one thing. And the second thing is, I wanted to encourage you that, invest some time in reading every day morning. This is very, very important. See, over this couple of 3, 4 months, I haven't read any motivational book. I haven't read. Suddenly, one friend, while we were talking, I always encourage you to talk to one another. I encourage you to talk to one another. Those people who are doing, who are successful, who are doing some, who are achieving some milestones in their life. They're growing. You see them grow. Pick up a phone and call them. Hey, my friend, I see you doing a lot of stuff. I really wanted to know what is that, that is driving you. What is that, that power in you, and that inspiration in you. They might share you some nuggets of gold. So my friend, my friend Karen, she's from US and she's a John Maxwell team speaker. She said, Salman, did you read the book, The Magic of Thinking Big? Then I said, yes, I read the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. I forgot the writer. Yeah, I read it. I read it about 2, 3 years ago. Suddenly, I remembered that's a great book. And again, I picked up the book last couple of to 4 weeks back. I started reading, and I completed about 4 chapters again. So again, new perspectives. I forgot how the what the author was saying, but I knew that it is a great book. So I started reading. So I encourage you to dedicate 15, 20 minutes of your precious time to read a book, a motivational book, a leadership book, a book on success. You have so many variety of books. Again, keep that rack right in front of you so that you can look at it. The book rack, whatever you have in your house, keep the book rack right in front of you in a hallway where you go in and out and come, and when you make a call, you will be looking at the book rack. Or these days, I'm looking at my book rack, and I put my books, in an order where I can see the title and as well as the author. So whenever I come there and I make call to someone, I'll face the as I'm talking to my friends or people, then I look at the book rack and I look at the authors and I look at the titles. These days, several titles I could see which I have to pick them up. The Magic of Thinking Big is one, and another one I started reading, Lynchpin by Seth Godin. I'm encouraging you. Seth Godin is a crazy good writer. He really breaks the myths. My God, I cannot tell you Seth Godin what kind of a writer. If you haven't checked up Seth Godin, I encourage you to read Seth Godin. Lynchpin is a wonderful book. See, so this is what, so you need to self motivate yourself, and again see if there is a good speaker. Invest time in yourself. See, most of the people, yeah, if you are a businessman, what you are doing is most of the time you are going to the office, to the company, telling people to do delegate work. As an entrepreneur or as a professional, if you can delegate those works, especially as an entrepreneur, delegate that work to those people, appoint that manager, or if you have some person, give him the leadership, saying that, hey, you can handle this stuff. I knew that you got that leadership in you, so you can handle this stuff, so you do handle it. In case you need help, I knew you can do it, but you can any issues come up, you will really handle it. I wanted to see you handle it, and those things which are beyond you, perhaps you can call me. I'm onto something. So you attend a seminar, you attend this one. That is very, very important, my friends. So why what will if you sit in a training session, if you sit in a seminar, what do you get? Let us look at that. If you go and sit in a seminar, what happens is, in a seminar, the speaker is speaking. If you go to and attend a motivational speech, what happens is the speaker will be speaking about stuff. What happens is when a speaker narrates an anecdote, of his life or the lives of the leaders who lived, and some anecdote and some incident where a person goes through something and comes out of it, how successfully he managed the thing, and how leaders lived their life, and how so many things the speakers will be sharing. What will you do is you will put yourself into the situations, into those events. If I am there, how would I do? If I am, you will put yourself into there. And constantly, when lives are studied and researched, great lives are studied and researched, you look at your life, you look into your life, and you will analyze your life as you are listening to the speaker. So that time is, dedicated to look at your life. So that is the reason why it's such a beautiful feeling when you listen to a motivational speaker or a big speakers. What happens is that time is, is you give it to yourself. So that time would be a beautiful time where you interact with yourself, you analyze, you look into your heart and then look into your soul and see, how your life is going on. And maybe, your life will speak to you. Look, you are not dealing, of late, in the right way. You are not really, putting investing time to learn. You are not putting investing your time to learn so that you can have more perspectives. If I ask you a question, how do you handle a situation, business situation, just, off guard, when you are just, going to do something, and I said, hey, stop here, I want to speak to you, look, I have this problem, how do you address this problem? So you will have two options: either you say yes, take it, or you say don't take it, right? But if you really put yourself to your mind to lot of learning or had, you will have, you will open up several opportunities. When you say no to it, you will always say, look, there could be an opportunity. Don't say no so easily because it appears to be difficult, it appears, impossible. Don't say no to it, say yes to it and check it out. You can see yourself, how many times we have lost opportunities by quickly, as judging the particular event or an event as a as a as a as an impossible one, and not a profitable one, right? Am I correct? So in order to get the perspectives, motivational speaking, motivational listening to motivational speakers, reading, leadership books, reading, success stories will help you. And one more thing is that, so that is one thing. Dedicate a half an hour of your time. Half an hour is enough. Half an hour is fair enough. 45 minutes. You start reading, and then it will be a beautiful thing. What happens is, again, like I said, when you sit in a seminar, how you look at your life while you're reading. Also, perhaps you will also put your life alongside with the author who is talking to you there through the book, and you would, weigh your life alongside with what the thoughts that are put forth by the author. So here, what we are doing again is that you are looking at your life while you are reading through the. Many people say, look, Les Brown says, read for read for 20 minutes every day. Les Brown, my favorite speaker, and even John Maxwell says that, while he's reading, John Maxwell was reading, he was jotting down the over the years of about some 5 decades, ever since he had started reading leadership books, books on leadership, books on success, books on growth, books on human development. He has jotted down, and today he has written, I'm a proud member of John Maxwell team. So Les Brown says 20 minutes. So you wonder, 20 minutes, what do I do? Because nobody tells us, but what will be this reading? 20 minutes reading will do. It's not just information, my dear friends. No, 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 that's not what you. Many people think that, okay, this is only information, right? I can get that information later. Tomorrow I will read because I can read for 5 chapters. But when you read that, perhaps, if you are, handling some issue, you are, really wanted to take a decision there at a particular time, perhaps you might get an answer there in the 20 minutes reading. How you can get that answer in the 20 minutes reading? Can you tell me? Can you make a guess? Because you are dedicating, you are seeing your life as where the author is saying few thoughts. Your heart will take you, your mind will take you to different planes of thoughts, different layers of thoughts, and because you have dedicated that time, my dear friends. So in that lay, when you are going through the layers and you are seeing very clearly, you will see find a way there. That is the breakthrough. Perhaps you can find an answer for some of these things. So that is one thing you got to do. The first thing when you wake up, hey, this is an awesome day. What a wonderful day today. I woke up. My God, I cannot believe this. Okay. So you forget, don't ever, you see, someone says that, I think Wayne Dyer said, I was listening to him, Wayne Dyer, he was saying, the last 10, 15 minutes of your day before you hit the bed, he wanted us to talk that, I am magical, I'm supremely successful, I am, supremely talented, and I can accomplish many great things. All those things which I am, trying to, visualizing or visioning for myself are not impossible. They're not impossible at all. I can manifest them. I can do that. I can bring it into reality. I can fulfill that. So I am really gifted, and there is, so that is how you got to go to sleep. I'm gifted. The universe has gifted me talents. I'm supremely, my mind can think, amazing thoughts, amazing things. It can solve tremendous, problems, difficult problems, whatever. My mind can give creative ideas. Tomorrow I needed a presentation, I don't have any idea whatsoever, but my mind can give me a great idea. So with those beautiful thoughts, positive thoughts in your mind, and if you fall into a sleep, and then those thoughts will be marinated, you know and soon, when you wake up in the morning, and you will be certainly grateful. And suddenly, when you start reading again, you are dedicated, you have, you promised yourself that you would dedicate 20 minutes of your time in reading a leadership book, a book about a great personality, self-help books, growth books, success books. When you're reading 20 minutes, then suddenly, the breakthrough idea will come for the presentation. So that is what you got to do. And the second thing is that, again, find a coach, find a person, find a person. The coach, what I mean to say is that, yes, if you can afford a person, a real coach, and that's, perhaps a little bit costly, as I say, they charge it, but doesn't matter. You can pay them, because uh, that is, you can pay them, and you can. That is very important. A coach can help you to think bigger. A coach can help you to think bigger. A coach can help you to think bigger. Why we don't? Why we? Then you can imagine what are we thinking. You can imagine what are we thinking. You can imagine what are we thinking. Are we thinking big? We think in terms of possibilities. I wanted you to examine this. What is possible? What is possible? Your mind can only tell you, or can give you what is possible for you. So in other words, if I have to put it in other words, if I say you are thinking only in realistic terms, practical terms, that's how, many of the realists, and they proudly say, many of the many of the people, many people proudly say, right? So yeah, thank you, Sisi. I can yeah. So many people, think in terms of possibilities, in terms of realistic, practical terms. So this is a malady in the present current situation, because when you look at it, when you turn a newspaper, okay, when you turn a newspaper, what you see is that, one person has shut down his shop, another person gone into losses, another person has gone into some, big loss. So you read that stuff. That is surround you in a newspaper, or in, when you talk to some, people, they always talk about negative things. They always talk about things which did not happen, they fell apart, stuff like that, crazy. So when you think like that, and then your mind is already, look, I told you, so yours also would be in that kind of thing. So there is, the coach will be your motivator. The coach will be your guide, your supporter, your motivator. He will motivate you. Look, you cannot do that. You got to think high. You got to go for your dream. You got to do this. Step up and step out and do it. So step up and do it. Yeah, I will do that. Step up and do that. Step up and do that. So that coach can get you. It can be your friend. Have a friend for yourself. If you cannot bear a coach, have a friend for yourself. But a professional coach can help you, in making you think big. So that is exactly what I'm trying. So today, I wanted to put across to you three things. One is when you wake up, say that my dream has no tomorrow. I think perhaps that is the wonderful phrase. My dream has no tomorrow. My dream has no tomorrow. My success has no tomorrow. My goal has no tomorrow. My money, the billionaire, the big successful millionaire I wanted to become has no tomorrow. My money, which is there in store for me has no tomorrow. So I got to do it today, no matter what, whether it is raining and whether it is, it is blazing hot, or the traffic is tough. You do anything, what come what may. My dream has no tomorrow. That is the first thing. And the second thing I wanted to encourage you is that, dedicate 20 minutes of your valuable time. Yes, as soon as you wake up, pick up a cup of coffee. I love, I see many of these our friends are. I drink 3 cups of tea. Until then, I don't know my name. Somebody asks you, who are you? I don't know. I don't know who I am. I will give me 1 cup of tea, then I will tell you who I am, and you also can have a cup of tea, and then let's see, what we are up to, and what we are doing. So have that, the nice cup of coffee, and a couple of them, an extra cup also, it wouldn't hurt. And then go there directly into the bookstore and keep the book handy, whichever you wanted to the previous night. So read 20 minutes, and then say to yourself, as you progress through the day, as you go through the day, say to yourself, I'm awesome, I'm terrifically successful person. No one can put me down. They put me down, they don't know who I am. It's for them, not for me. So that is what, no one can put down me. They don't know my strength. They don't know my talents. They don't know who I am. They're talking out of their mind. They are thinking, they think that they're no good, and they tell everyone, they say that everyone else is no good, not successful. But I am terrifically successful. That is what I wanted to encourage you. And throughout the day, as and when, that is, when somebody said, gratitude is a great thing. Saying thank you when you say the thank you, what you are doing is you're being in the moment. They say being in the moment is only possible when you are grateful for things. When you start the car, you are grateful for the car you have. You understand, when you on the engine, and then the wheels, you set off the car, and you thank you for the fuel that is in the car. And you are driving there, you're going there, and then you're meeting a friend. Thank you for having a friend who is calling you to meet you, dedicating some time for you to talk to you. Be grateful. While you're grateful, you say, when you're grateful, you will be in the moment. When you are in the moment, you will say immediately that, then the awareness comes who you are. You are a great person, born on this planet on earth to accomplish great things. Whatever you are doing, it is meant for some great, success. I'm really sure that what Sese has started this, it will really grow phenomenal, and it can be a hugely successful thing. We never know, but do that one thing what you have dedicated, what you are continuously doing. The success principle is do that thing that is possible for you every day. Do it every day. Do it, and say to yourself, this thing what I'm doing will take me to my dream. My dream is very big. So that is what I wanted to encourage you towards the end, as you are setting down, your day, and say what Wende has said. Yesterday I was listening to him. I recommend you to listen to Wende. I recommend you to listen to all these motivational speakers, the great speakers out there. Thanks to internet, thanks to YouTube, you can listen to that. And I wanted to encourage you to think big, to think beyond, to think the biggest. And I'm telling you, and one day, what you have started, what you are doing every day without fail, and that thing might become something which is huge. As you are visualizing, you may never know what you're, but all you know is, all you think that this could be the biggest thing ever. This could be the biggest thing ever. I bet this can be the biggest thing ever if you are contemplating an idea on anything, and that idea could be the biggest blockbuster idea for you, bringing you success unimagined. That kind of fame you will never even imagine, unimagined success. You know, the fame, the money you are talking about, the people you are talking about. So that is what going to come. With this, I wanted to close today's motivational talk. you know, I hope it made some sense to you.
Solomon, you are
You
great.
all gotten excited. That's what I wanted to do.
This was a great
Thank you very
show.
much and have a great day. And until next Thursday we are going to rock and we're going to have a very good, I think perhaps Daniel, and if he's free, we'll bring it on the show and he will be rocking and he will be telling us great things to how to motivate ourselves on a daily basis and stuff like that. Otherwise, we will have a great speaker, professionals coming on so that they can share their passion. Here, what I underline is let us all look at the passion of the person. He may not be giving you, world class, groundbreaking ideas. He may not. Perhaps those ideas or those nuggets he shared, professional shared, might be useful or might not be useful. But look at that person with the passion. Some people will say, for 20 years, I have been in this profession. Can you imagine for 20 years a person is in this profession? And somebody said, when you wanted to look at the heart of the person, look at the achievements of the person. So, my dear friends, so really excited to listen to various professionals. I really like to talk to many professionals of all sorts, be it an artist I wanted to speak, be it a trainer, health specialist. I wanted to talk to him and I wanted to gain something from him. A nutritionist, I wanted to gain something from him. A host, like we can gain something from him. From all from different spheres and activities of life. We can all learn from them. And what we look at is their passion. What we look at is what is that that driven them, and that perhaps could help us to move forward, because each of us will going through a lot of obstacles. Obstacles are very common. So I wanted to encourage you to come on the show and put in your comments on the show and encourage, ask some questions for the professional, whoever is coming on the show, and especially make this show a great success. Let's all have fun. Let's all have a rocking time. Let's all have a great time learning from each other, one another, and upholding this beautiful life, and taking it forward to higher growth and success. I thank you very much for listening so patiently. And this is Solomon, motivational speaker, coach, and author from Bangalore, India. Hippie pure to say, hippie pure to this, solo media, goingsolomedia.com. What a awesome show this is. I wanted you to share, all success videos various, your social media platforms, and encourage this great, visionary, this great visionary, Sese, and encourage her and motivate her. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and I thank you, Ses. I thank Sese also for this great opportunity for giving me this show, motivational power. What an awesome session, show this is. Let's make it a rocking success. Let us learn and grow, and let us, make tremendous achievements and successes in our life. I'm telling you, we are all born for greatness. This greatness is supreme greatness, supreme, success is what is our aim and vision in our life. Thank you very much. Have a rocking time. And this is Solomon, and always your, for your growth and success. Thank you. Thank you very much.